welcome home. This is Audio EXP, the weekly podcast from Geek Native. I'm your host, Gertie, and today is the 9th of May, 2026, and DV Maps are the current honorees of the RPG Publisher Spotlight. We've sent them a DM and hope to have a Q&A lined up as a result. This week we are looking at the final tech transition of a tabletop titan, a staggering resurgence for the Eternal Champion, and the grim legal reality facing one of the industry's most prominent dark fantasy creators. Okay, now let's get right into the news. We begin with a move that marks the end of an era and the formal start of another. Wizards of the Coast have officially completed its transition to its own virtual tabletop platform. This Beyond the Maps shift represents the total consolidation of the Dungeons & Dragons digital ecosystem. By moving entirely onto its in-house official platform, the company is betting heavily on a vertically integrated future where your rules, your character sheets, and your 3D digital play space all live under one roof. All this might have happened under the radar too. The official news is that Zombie Clot, the free for now download to support the actual play series Dungeon Masters, is out. And in that, I noticed that WotC pushed their own Maps product, known as Maps, as their official VTT. I think we all knew this was coming, but we've moved swiftly through Sigil is Dead, there are new plans, and now 2 Maps is our VTT. However, while the corporate giant tightens its grip on the digital space, the community is proving there is a massive appetite for something different. Neon Odyssey, the space opera epic from Legends of Avrantis, has absolutely shattered expectations. In a market often accused of being D&D fatigued, this project has seen a phenomenal surge in support. It proves that the high production actual plays and original settings can command a massive audience when they offer genuine alternative to the standard high fantasy. This is D&D in space. And speaking of alternatives to the standard fantasy tropes, fans of the Eternal Champion have 2 incredible reasons to celebrate this week. First, Goodman Games has secured the official Elric of Melbourne license for a 2027 release, but perhaps more incredibly for long-term fans of the Young Kingdoms, so has Free League, and there Richard Watts is returning to the setting for another brand new Elric role-playing game. Having a veteran voice like Watts back at the helm for such an iconic, melancholic setting is a significant moment for the industry and a clear signal that the legacy of Michael Moorcott's work is in very capable hands. The sense of history and the books behind the screen was also at the heart of our Star Wars Day celebrations. We took a deep dive into the dice that built a galaxy, exploring how the original West End Games role-playing game essentially wrote the Star Wars Bible. Before the prequels or the expanded universe novels truly took off, it was tabletop writers who had to name the species, define the ship specs, and flesh out the lore that we now take as granted as canon. The world of Kickstarter has also seen its fair share of resurrections this week. Dragon Ball Z, the board game saga, has risen from the grave, returning to the platform after previously being stalled. For fans of physical relics rather than combat, the Walking Dead mini museum Kickstarter has also gone live. If you have ever wanted to own your own piece of the apocalypse, including a chance to own Rick Grimes' actual boots, this is your opportunity to secure a literal piece of television history. However, the world of crowdfunding is not always about the hype and high-profile relics. We have a developing story regarding the grim reality of Zweihander. creator Daniel D. Fox has indicated he is moving towards litigation over ongoing Kickstarter delays. It's a sobering reminder of the logistical and financial friction that can occur behind the scenes of even the most successful campaigns. In the world of animation, Bronwyn was deeply moved by the latest from Japan. She highly recommends you watch the trailer for Jinsai. Rireo Suzuki's work is a profound example of the power of hand-drawn anime, offering a visual style that feels personal and evocative in an era increasingly dominated by digital polish. And looking ahead to the summer, the convention season is almost upon us. Royal Britannia is bringing its live improvised D&D show back to the UK Games Expo for 2026, and Geek Native will be there in force as well. We are currently open to sponsorship, interviews and demos, so if you are a publisher or creator heading to the NEC, do get in touch. And finally, we must wrap up on a massive deal and a bit of dreadful fun. If you want to explore the world of urban horror and conspiracies, you can survive the Metroplex with a massive 183 book dark conspiracy role-playing game bundle. And for those who prefer something that they can actually hold, we have a competition running to win Burnout Rabbit, a plushy dreadful. This is a wonderfully macabre addition to any shelf or bed. That's it for this week. Thank you for listening to Audio EXP. For all the links and the full stories, head over to Geek Native. Until next week, stay geeky.